2.5 times the speed of sound. This is not a number from a science fiction film. It is the velocity of a threat hurtling just meters above the waves. This is the speed of the P-800 Onyx anti-ship missile. For the sailors on the deck of a modern warship, that number translates into seconds. It represents the dangerously short window between detection and impact. A few heartbeats to react. A few moments to decide the fate of a billion-dollar vessel and its crew. The Onyx is a weapon designed to shrink time and options, turning vast expanses of open ocean into contested kill zones. The missile embodies a simple, brutal philosophy of naval warfare. It is built to find and destroy high-value ships from a great distance. Its existence forces naval commanders to rethink everything. It forces them to reconsider how they position their fleets. It compels them to reevaluate the safety of their sea lanes. The Onyx is not merely a piece of military hardware. It is a strategic tool. The specifications of the P-800 Onyx tell a story of raw power. They are not complex, but they are chilling. The first number is speed. Mach 2.5. Over 3,000 kilometers per hour. About 850 meters per second. A ship's radar might detect the incoming missile at a range of 25 to 30 kilometers. At that speed, the crew has less than 40 seconds to identify the threat, track it, and engage. This extreme velocity is the missile's primary tool for penetrating a ship's layered defenses. It creates a brutal test of automated systems and human reflexes. The second critical number is range. Public sources credit export versions of the Onyx with a range of approximately 300 kilometers, about 185 miles. From a coastline, it can reach out in a 300-kilometer arc, from land, from a ship, or from an aircraft. This reach fundamentally alters the strategic calculus. It means ships must operate much farther from shore, limiting their effectiveness. The third number is the warhead. It is armed with a conventional high-explosive warhead weighing between 200 and 300 kilograms, roughly 440 to 660 pounds. Combined with incredible kinetic energy, the effect is devastating. From breaking the spine of smaller vessels to crippling a carrier's mission-critical systems. The flight path of the P-800 Onyx is a masterclass in evading detection. Its route is not a simple arc. It is choreographed for surprise. After launch, a solid-fuel rocket booster gives a powerful initial thrust. The booster slams the missile up to supersonic speed. Then the booster burns out and is jettisoned. A liquid-fueled ramjet takes over for long-range, high-speed cruise. For most of the flight, the Onyx sea skims the ocean, often just 10 to 15 meters above the waves. That low profile keeps it below the radar horizon. The Earth's curvature hides it until it is perilously close. Warning time collapses. Sea surface clutter also helps mask its radar signature. In the terminal phase, the missile becomes unpredictable. It can execute a sudden pop-up and rapidly climb. Its onboard radar seeker scans and selects the best target. Once locked, it performs a final high-speed dive from above. At supersonic speed, this is extremely hard for CIWs like the Phalanx to stop. Low-altitude cruise combined with a dynamic terminal phase makes it formidable. It is not a straight-line fire-and-forget weapon. The system uses environment and flight dynamics to survive and succeed. From initial boost to the final dive, every element is optimized to defeat a modern warship. The Onyx does not just fly, it hunts. A fast missile is useless if it cannot find its target. The P-800 Onyx is equipped with a sophisticated guidance system to ensure it hits what it aims at. It operates on a fire-and-forget principle, autonomous after launch. Its guidance system combines inertial navigation and an active radar seeker. Initial and mid-course, inertial navigation guides it toward the target area. Satellite updates, GLONASS, can refine that path. Once in the target area, the missile activates its onboard radar seeker. The seeker is the brain for the terminal phase. The Onyx uses a monopulse active radar seeker. That seeker is reportedly highly resistant to electronic countermeasures and jamming. It scans the sea ahead, searching for contacts. Open source reports say the seeker has discerning logic. It can differentiate between targets based on radar signature. Example: aircraft carrier. Example: large amphibious assault ship. A salvo could be programmed to engage multiple ships, or converge on a single high-priority target to overwhelm defenses. The onboard computer processes radar data, locks on, and guides the final attack run. Even if the launch platform is destroyed after firing, the missile keeps going. The P-800 Onyx is a product of the Russian defense industry. Development began in the Soviet Union in the early 1980s at NPO Mashinostroyenia. NPO Mashinostroyenia, long history of advanced missile systems. Goal: a universal anti-ship missile launchable from submarines, surface ships, aircraft, coastal defense batteries. Intended to replace older Soviet-era missiles, the project survived the 1990s turmoil and entered service in the early 2000s. Russian designation: P-800 Onyx. Export name: Yakhont. Russia is the primary operator, key component of naval and coastal defense, deployed on modern warships, frigates, corvettes. Primary armament of Bastion P mobile coastal defense, creating an anti-access bubble with more 300-kilometer range. Controls maritime approaches in areas like the Black Sea, the Baltic. Exported: Yakhont acquired by Vietnam, Syria, Indonesia, acts as a great equalizer for smaller navies, deterring larger fleets near their shores. Many Western missiles are subsonic, relying on stealth and complex paths. Onyx combines supersonic speed with long range, a rare pairing that concerns planners. Defending against a P-800 Onyx attack is one of the most difficult challenges in modern naval warfare. The missile's high speed, low-altitude flight, and terminal maneuvers create a defender's nightmare. From detection to impact, the entire sequence unfolds in seconds, not minutes. This compressed timeline puts immense pressure on a warship's integrated air defense system. Success depends on sensors, command and control systems, and weapons. There is virtually no room for error, hesitation, or mechanical failure. Modern warships employ a layered defense strategy. The outer layer consists of long-range surveillance, carrier-based E-2 Hawkeye, and powerful ship-based radars. The next layer involves long-range surface-to-air missiles, SM-2 and SM-6. However, the Onyx's sea-skimming profile makes it difficult to detect at longer ranges. The missile may not be visible to ship radar until it is within the SAM engagement envelope. As the Onyx closes in, medium and short-range defenses take over, including the evolved Sea Sparrow missile. Electronic warfare systems attempt to jam the missile's radar seeker or deploy decoys such as clouds of chaff. These countermeasures face the missile's countermeasures, resisting interference and staying locked. The final line of defense is the close-in weapon system, automated radar-guided Gatling guns that create a wall of metal. But the Onyx's velocity and terminal dive severely test them. Detecting, tracking, and destroying a small, incredibly fast maneuvering object moments before impact is a truly daunting task. The P-800 Onyx is more than just a missile. It is a strategic statement. It brings together three brutal facts: high supersonic speed, long range, a heavy ship-breaking warhead. This combination is not merely an engineering achievement. It reshapes naval strategy and the global balance of power. The missile's existence forces powerful navies to operate with greater caution, pushing them farther from coastlines, placing multi-billion-dollar assets at risk. It empowers smaller nations, giving them a formidable tool to deny access to their maritime territories. The challenge it poses is fundamental. The Onyx compresses time. It reduces the window for decision and action to a few desperate seconds. This forces a reliance on automated defenses and pre-planned responses, testing technology and the nerve of commanders. Defense against such a weapon is complex and costly. Layers of sensors and interceptors must work perfectly in a race against physics. The presence of Onyx missiles creates no-go zones, altering shipping routes, military deployments, and geopolitical calculations. The legacy of the Onyx is written in naval doctrines and budgets. They study it, they plan for it, they build countermeasures against it. Its speed and reach are a constant reminder that control of the seas is not guaranteed. A single, well-aimed shot can ripple across the globe, affecting military postures and international trade. Even the most powerful surface fleets remain vulnerable to a threat that is fast, smart, and determined. The P-800 Onyx casts a long, supersonic shadow over the world's oceans, forcing every naval power to confront the stark reality that one shot can change everything.